Ladies and gentlemen,
Unsolved Mysteries.
yeah. Y'all know that block where I'm from, at any time it get ill. And if you don't believe me, then come and see this shit real. I run with real niggas, and they itching to kill. We got niggas that's paralyzed and they can't sit still. Chill.
Something's about to happen, Captain. This is more than rapping. Pistols clapping, the club's in the frenzy, it's cause and effect. Let's go. You'll be the end result of envy. This is for my niggas and my bitches. Throw your hands up before I blow your mans up. I'm on the west side of the Queen City, where the smokers bring 50 and quarts of night grills so they can lean with me. Normally stay solo, but today I brought my team with me in the 45 in case y'all dudes wanna get mean with me.
Good morning, salute to everybody. Y'all know what it is. Hello, everybody. It's me, BLAZE. Y'all know what I'm about. PEACE. Positive energy always creating elevation. Positive energy always creating elevation. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all know my motto. If you got breath, you blessed. If you live in, start giving. Give life and love to yourself. Give so much life and love to yourself to where as if you can pour life and love into others. No doubt, no doubt. Happy Resurrection Weekend. Happy Resurrection Weekend to everybody. Happy Resurrection Weekend to everybody. This particular weekend, for this particular weekend, I killed my phone. My phone died for a few days. Good Friday, my phone died for a few days. I really wasn't like social media active as much as I usually am. During this particular weekend, I wanted to get social media. I just wanted to get my phone a break or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? I just wanted to, you know what I mean? Just get a peace of mind for one. Just get away from everything for one. For some time. You know what I'm saying? Get some rejuvenation going on. Get some rejuvenation going on. You know what I'm saying? Look into myself a little more for the weekend. You know what I'm saying? Instead of looking outside in regards to tapping in with other people. But y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. It is Remain Nameless Stories Part 12. I am way richer than you, my guy. Money don't define me, respectfully. I'm way richer than you, my guy. Money don't define me, respectfully. So with that being said, we're going to get into the Remain Nameless stories for this morning. Y'all feel what I'm saying? And this Remain Nameless story is going to be starring two individuals by the name of Joe and James. Shouts out to Joe and James. Shouts out to Joe and James. They're going to be the two characters in the Remain Nameless Story Part 12. You feel what I'm saying? Remain Nameless Story Part 12. I'm way richer than you, my guy. Money does not define me. Money does not define me. Now, James and Joe, you know what I'm saying? James and Joe is like, they was two, what you consider like, they was brothers. They wasn't brothers, but they wasn't biological brothers, but they was together all the time. They was two peas in a pot. You know what I'm saying? They was always together. They was best friends. People, let me tell you about my best friend. You feel me? So shouts out to Joe and James, right? Joe and James, they was best friends. They was chilling. They was doing what they was doing. You know what I'm saying? And they pretty much did everything together. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is they did, they pretty much did everything together. You know what I'm saying? Like when they started cutting lawns in the neighborhood, they was doing that together. You know what I mean? When they started doing their little home renovations or started doing, what was it? I think they was doing windows or something. No, they was doing the lawn care first. Yeah, first they started off with they was cutting grass, and then they moved up to like the bigger lawn care where they was doing the bushes and all that. You know what I'm saying? The side of the house, and then they moved to gutters. They had a little gutter business where they was cleaning out gutters and stuff, and then they got into they got into a plethora of businesses. They both Joe and James was like two jack of all trades, if you would say. You feel what I'm saying? They was willing to do whatever. You feel what I'm saying? If they didn't know, they was looking to find out and looking to get into it and, research it and find out what it was all about. and do that, right? So, they was always two hardworking individuals and so forth, you feel what I mean? And like I said, they started off real young, right? Now, consider the fact that they started off pretty young, Joe ended up having Joe ended up having kids. You feel what I'm saying? Joe ended up having two daughters, you know what I'm saying? He was raising his daughters or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? He chilling. He's still working, he's still doing what he's doing. You see what I'm saying? He's still rocking and rolling. You feel what I'm saying? He's still putting the work in. He's still getting the money. They still got a bunch of businesses going on. Him and James, they still rocking and rolling, doing what they do. But, at this point, James is kind of, you know what I'm saying? James is kind of falling out now. I ain't gonna say he falling out. I'm just gonna say like they path. I mean, they start to become. It started to be get. They start to get distance in between them. You feel what I'm saying? They used to be two pieces, probably don't do everything together. They always going out to the club. I mean, anytime, you know what I'm saying, James go out to the club, Joe with him most of the time. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times when James go out, Joe, wherever you see James, you see Joe. You feel what I'm saying? Now, with that being said, with Joe having kids, he can't be with James all the time. You feel what I mean? Joe got two kids. Joe got two daughters. He looking after, so on and so forth. You feel what I mean? And after Joe had his two daughters, a lot of things that Joe was really like into, or I was, a lot of stuff that Joe was doing back then, he wasn't trying to do at this particular point because, like you said, he got two girls. You see what I'm saying? He got two girls that he trying to raise, or whatever the case may be. So, they start to get distance in between. It started to become distance between the two. The business is still there, but the outside, you know what I'm saying, relationship is taking the hit at this point. Because, you know what I mean? Like I said, that was his best friend. This is James' best friend. Joe is James' best friend. So they always been together. So, they get the distance in between them, and, more and more distance becomes in between them because now Joe not hanging out. Joe going to the ballerina this, Joe going to that, Joe going to this, Joe going to that. You see what I'm saying? And James, he a single dude. He's still out running about. I mean, he still want to run. He don't want to be tied, and he don't have to be tied down with all, with the events and going to all these things in regards to schools, and he don't have to be involved in that. So he just basically goes there. I mean, he moseys on down. I mean, he just do what he do. He goes and roams where he roams. So the distance between him and Joe has just basically become increasingly larger and larger as time goes by and as the years go by, right? So considering the fact that, James don't have such a expense in regards to kids and bills and stuff like that. Because the fact that just James was able to get a lot of, James was able to save a lot of chicken. You know what I'm saying? James' bank account was, pretty much like 2 times the size of Joe's bank account. You feel what I mean? Joe wasn't struggling. Joe wasn't hurting and nothing. Like, Joe wasn't broke. Let's not get the misconstrued. But the way the situation was, James was getting James was able to acquire or was able to attain a lot more money than Joe because he didn't have so many expenses. You feel me? James didn't have as many expenses as Joe had. So, James could say, throw some money. He could throw this over here. He could throw that over there. He didn't have, insurance he had to pay for no daughters. He didn't have doctor bills or, sports to pay for or bills. Clothes to pay for. He didn't have none of that to pay for. So a lot of stuff that Joe was putting out, and wasn't saving, or he was putting towards his family, he wasn't able to save. So therefore, his account wasn't as large as James. Respectfully, it is what it is at the end of the day, right? So, they chilling. They still friends. They still cool. Years go by. You know what I'm saying? So on and so forth. You know what I mean? And Joe was looking to buy a house. You feel what I'm saying? Joe was like, yo, man, I'm about to cop this house, da 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 da, blah, 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 blah. So, they get to discussing it. Joe got getting the bread together or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? So he went, and he basically, oh goodness. What was I in the story? Oh, Joe. Joe needed a couple extra dollars for some bread. For the house, to get the bread for the house or whatever the case may be, right? So him and James had a, I mean, Joe and James had a big contract coming up, you know what I'm saying, where they was going to get a, you know what I mean, a nice chunk of change or whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying? So Joe was like, yo, you know what I'm saying, we got this job, we got this construction job we doing this summer, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to close on this house real quick. You know what I'm saying? Yo, loan me the bread so I could close on this house, my guy. You know what I'm saying? I want to close because, you know, I put the bid there, you know what I'm saying? And what they want, I mean, like, I got it, but I ain't got it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to say I got it, and then when it come down to saying me, I mean, for them to come collect the bread, I'll be like, yo, I ain't got it, right? So James like, what? I mean, James kind of, kind of looked like, James kind of like gave him like a little pushback, like, what you mean? We need some bread, bro, for this. You ain't got the bread. What you mean you ain't got the bread? Da, da, da. Man, you should have been, bro. We been getting it. I mean, he feeling this. I mean, he kind of coming at him, but he ain't coming at him. But he just like, yo, why you ain't got it though? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on? Why you ain't got it, man? With the money, I mean, I ain't never. I mean, like, you should, from what the money we be making, you should have that. You feel what I'm saying? So that's when Joe had to like break it down to him, like, bro, what do you mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, this is what I do with this. This is what I do with that. This is what I, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I got bills. I got my daughter. I got my wife. You know what I'm saying? I got my house. You know what I'm saying? I got the car. I got the car insurance. I got the shit I got going on with you. So it's just not like it's just me out here. You feel what I'm saying? So Joe got responsibilities. Joe got 2 kids. Joe got a wife at home. You know what I'm saying? Joe got he renting his house at the time. He trying to buy a house. You feel what I'm saying? He got his car insurance and he got the bills and stuff that he's acquiring along with just being with you or whatever the case may be. So he don't have the same type of expenses that an individual will have that don't have no kids and don't have no other additional responsibilities outside of themselves. You feel me? So it's like, man, what I'm gonna do now, bro? So, you know, they go back and forth, you know what I'm saying? So, James like, yo, yeah, bro, I got you on the bread, but I don't see why, you know what I mean? That's kind of crazy. Da, 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 da. You know what I mean? So, you know, he gave him the bread, so on and so forth. You feel what I mean? And you know, everything was everything. Joe bought the house, you know what I'm saying? Joe have his housewarming party, you know what I mean? And then James popped up to the housewarming party or whatever the case may be. And you know, he started to see the aura. You know what I'm saying? He started to see why, you know what I'm saying, everything ain't what it always seemed like, you know what I'm saying? He started taking and start reflecting on other things outside, just, you know what I'm saying, money, cars, clothes, and just materialistic things. He started to realize that, you know what I'm saying, outside of these things, there's a whole nother life outside of these things. There's a whole nother life outside of going to the club or partying or doing whatever it is you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Money ain't the end all be all. Money is not going to acquire you some of the riches that's attainable in life. Money can't buy you things that's priceless. There's certain things in life that's priceless. The most valuable things in life are priceless and can't be bought. The things that you can cherish and the things that you get in life can't be bought. You feel me? So, you know, they at the housewarming party, you know, they pull up in the yard. I mean, you know, Joe taking everybody through the house. You know what I mean? You know how the housewarming parties go. Joe taking everybody through the house, showing them the rooms and the basement, you know what I'm saying, the backyard, you know what I'm saying? They got the garage with a little she shed on the side and so forth. You know what I'm saying? Nice little spot for his wife to do her little garden or whatever. They got some space for the kids to have a little slide, little pool and whatnot in the backyard or whatever the case may be. You know, just enjoy themselves. They got a nice garage for the car. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I mean, it's a cool little atmosphere. You feel what I'm saying? He got all planned. I mean, he all excited about the home improvement and doing, you know what I mean? The house projects he got going on, spending some time with his daughters, helping his daughters learn certain things about being a homeowner and things of that nature. You feel me? So, you know what I'm saying? They go to the backyard, you know, you know what I mean? 40s in a blunt. That's all you really want, respectfully, right? So, you know, they go in the yard, man. And Joe just pretty much told James, he's like, yo, James, I'm richer than you, my guy. I'm way richer than you, bro. I got 2 beautiful daughters. Not taking no slight to him, but it's like I got 2 beautiful daughters and a wife at home. You know what I'm saying? I got some stability. I got structure. I got things that money can't buy. You still running around here kind of lonely. I mean, you still kind of lonely. I see it in your face. I know you be mad that I can't hang out with you. I know you be outside. You know what I mean? The word that came back, you be outside. I'm so low. I'm so lonely. Very lonely. You run around here trying to buy love. You trying to buy people's respect. You trying to just, you know what I mean? You trying to take it like people got to respect you or people got to, you know what I'm saying, put you on a plateau because you got a couple dollars, man. You can't buy everybody. You can't, you know what I'm saying? You just think you could just do whatever it is you want to do. And just because you got bread or just because you can pay for it is cool. That's not how, that's not balling. It's if you really want to know what it's like to be rich, man, you know what I'm saying? Find things you can't buy. You know what I'm saying? Obtain things that can't be bought. Obtain, you know what I'm saying, a happiness that can't be purchased. Find something that doesn't require that you have a dollar sign on it. You feel what I mean? Because if it can be bought, that's crazy. You feel what I'm saying? So knowing and understanding that your life is different, that your life is that the riches in life can't be purchased. You can't purchase the riches in life. If you want to be rich in life, you can't be chasing a bag. That's the premise of this. If you really want to be rich in life, you can't be chasing a bag. The riches is in things you cannot, you know what I'm saying, you cannot buy. You feel what I'm saying? The riches is in the kids. If you want to get rich, start helping these kids. These kids is going to get you to be the richest, one of the richest people on the planet. Helping it and structuring the real future because we not the future no more. We not the future no more. You know what I'm saying? The future is the individuals that's behind us, the kids that's behind us. And they need some love and they need some guidance and they need to know and understand what the real riches are in life. The real riches in life are not chasing no bag. You're not going to obtain, you know what I'm saying, the smile on a child's face or the education or watching a child learn or teaching a child and knowing and understanding that a child has love is priceless. You can't, you feel what I'm saying? You can't buy that. You can't buy, and I mean, you can't buy love. Like, love can't be purchased. You feel what I'm saying? Education can't be can't be purchased. You feel what I'm saying? Respect can't be purchased. Honesty, you feel what I mean? Camaraderie, those things can't be purchased. Community, those things can't be purchased. Peace can't be purchased. You can't buy peace. You have to obtain peace. It can't be purchased. And if you're looking for everything and everyone else to help you obtain your purpose, or if you're looking for money to make you rich, you're gonna be the brokest nigga ever. Again, if you're looking for money to make you rich, you're gonna be one of the brokest people ever. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. If you look at, you know what I mean, for money to make you rich, you're gonna be one of the brokest people ever. Money don't make you rich. Money don't make you rich at all. So if you don't know, you know now. So the premise of the Remain Nameless stories is money don't equate to everything. Just because you got money don't mean that you cool. Just because you got money don't make you rich. Just because you got money that don't make you wealthy. Just because you got money that don't make you powerful. That just means you have money. That's it. That's it. You got money. That's it. That's all. You're able to purchase materialistic things that none of us take with us. You'll just be able to obtain purchase a lot of things on this planet. Or purchase a lot of things in this realm just because, for whatever reason, you can't take none of this with you. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all gotta understand what people are gonna really remember and what people really gonna realize at the end of the day. And what people really gonna cherish at the end of the day. You feel what I'm saying? What you gonna remember more? The sneakers that they bought you or the life lessons that you were taught? That's all I'm saying. Focus on what they taught you, not what they bought you. You feel what I'm saying? Because individuals be doing, I mean, they be doing something different. You feel what I mean? Like, nah. You feel what I mean? Don't take it, but don't focus on what they bought you. Focus on what they taught you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm big on that. You know what I mean? That's where you're gonna get the riches from where somebody teach you, not where somebody buy you. You could buy me a whole bunch of stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's not what you say. I don't care what you say. I'm gonna go on by what you do. It ain't what you say. It's what you do. You can say a lot of things, but it's what you do at the end of the day that really just, you know what I mean, solidifies what your true intentions are. It's what you do. It's not what you say. It's what you do. A lot of people say a lot of things. A lot of people, I mean, yeah, I understand. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, no, yeah, but what you do don't reflect that. If you say you understand something, you say you get along with something, and then your actions don't reflect that, then it's like, do you really understand? If I say lift up your right hand and you lift up your left hand, like you didn't understand what I said. Only thing you heard a command, but whether or not you ingested and took the command for what it was is something different. Did you compute it? Because your actions don't show it. So if I'm coming to you and I say I need you to lift up your right hand and you lift up your left hand, and every time I ask you to lift up your right hand, you lift up your left hand, I have to at some point realize that we have a miscommunication going on. We're not communicating functionally, or I'm just gonna stop communicating with you, period. Because it's like we're not communicating, right? I have to figure out a way to where as if we could be in sync in regards to our communication. So it's not what you've been bought, it's what you've been taught. It's about what you can teach them. It's about what you can give them. Giving life to these kids and giving life to the future and giving life to people and teaching people is an awesome thing, ladies and gentlemen. It's something that we need to start focusing on because we so busy focused on chasing the bag. I don't understand why we want to teach people to chase something when everything they need is all right there inside of them. I don't understand why you individuals chasing stuff that when everything you need is right there with you. I really try to figure out why everybody be chasing something with everything you need is right there in front of you. Right there in front of you. You see what I'm saying? Straight like that. So it's not about what you've been taught. It's not about what you've been bought, it's about what you've been taught. Oh my bad, my bad. Oh yeah. So it's not about what you've been bought. It's about what you've been taught. I gotta handle some business, y'all. I've been dormant for the last couple of days. You know what I'm saying? And it's not cool for me to be dormant for a couple of days, but I gotta go dormant sometimes because sometimes I just don't. I mean, I gotta refresh. I gotta hit the refresh button. You know what I'm saying? Come pop out and be fresh. But yeah, it's not about what you've been bought. It's about what you've been taught. So let's just make it known, understand that we start teaching what the real wealth is in life. Let's start teaching what the real wealth is in life and let's stop, you know what I'm saying, misleading these individuals and having these individuals thinking that money and these all these materialistic things are gonna bring them some type of wealth. Or that they're gonna be rich or they're gonna have some type of happiness. You feel what I'm saying? Let's stop misleading individuals and let's start leading individuals to the right water. Let's stop leading individuals to the soda. Let's get them to the water. Let's stop leading them to the swamp lands and let's stop leading them to, you know what I'm saying, desolate areas. Let's get them to the water. Let's get them to the ocean front. Let's get them to the beach. Let's get them to the ocean where the real water is. Let's get them where, you know what I'm saying, is good. Let's get them to the Poland spring water. Let's stop directing them in the other ways because we constantly telling them that they need money to be happy. They need this to be happy. No, they don't. What they need to be happy is they need to find themselves to be happy. Everything else will come into play. Everything else is here. It's here. Everything else is here. Everything else is here, y'all. Respectfully. Everything else is here. So let's start teaching our youth, man. Let's just start doing understand the real wealth in life, man, and what it really mean to be wealthy out here, man. And it ain't with no dollar bill. It ain't no with no phantom. It ain't no with no $100,000 chain. You know what I'm saying? When you see, I mean, when you see them individuals, ask them when they what their richest moments are. Go ask a rich person, a person with a whole lot of money, what they rich what are they rich moments? What they wouldn't, I mean, what they wouldn't take back. What's the most thing? What's the most fun out of everything that they do? And 9 times out of 10, I bet you it's some broke shit. I bet you it don't have nothing to do with money. I can pretty much, I could pretty much kind of like put a dollar to a hole in a donut. That a lot of times when individuals at their most happiest, or individuals at a time or a point where they was very excited or very happy, or they just had such a warmth in their heart and just such sense of calmness. It wasn't when they was it wasn't around. It wasn't because of some money. Money probably made them happy, excited. You know what I'm saying? Got the adrenaline going, and I mean, got them happy and excited. But feeling, you know what I'm saying? Something that you can't take back. You know what I mean? Nah. Ain't nobody in the world that could, you know what I'm saying, go with that. Ain't nobody in the world that, you know what I'm saying, watch a child come up and take their first steps and shit like that. There's no money in the world that could, you know what I'm saying, could buy those particular times and those particular moments. That's what I'm trying to explain to y'all. A lot of individuals in jail right now because they were trying to buy things that wasn't necessary for them to purchase. You're talking about those priceless, unrepeatable. Oh my God. What the fudge? That no amount of wealth. Yo, Google just be going crazy, huh? They just talk when they want to talk, and my phone was locked. Hey, what's going on, y'all? I mean, listen, man, I don't know. I think my phone tapped, y'all. I got my phone tapped. I'm doing too much business. I think that's that coalition. All them calls from the coalition, they on me, y'all. They on me, y'all. The Jakes is on me, y'all. I'm a civilian. I don't care. They come. I mean, I could come out and do whatever y'all want to do, man. But yeah, man. Shouts out to Joe and James, man. And shouts out to Joe for explaining to James that, you know, life is way more than money sometimes. You know, Joe get happiness out of sitting down with his kids, playing Connect Four, having family night, having movie night with the popcorn, and you know what I'm saying, you know, making tents with the kids, you know what I'm saying, making little huts and forts with the kids and stuff like that. You feel what I'm saying? Having little pew pew, man, you know what I'm saying, playing a little game, you know what I'm saying, playing hide go seek with the kids. You feel what I'm saying? You know, watching them draw, watching them, you know what I'm saying, watching them do things and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Going outside, having a water fight with the kids. You feel what I mean? Acting like a dog, you know what I'm saying, playing charades, you know what I'm saying, having family night, sitting down with the wife, watching the movie, getting some popcorn with the Raisinets, and you know what I mean, having the little matching outfits and the matching pajamas and being a family and teaching one another and learning from one another. Those are the real riches in life. $1 million and then sitting in the back of a Phantom, that's boring. No, I'm just saying. To each his or her own. I'm just saying, you know, like, it's more to life than just, you know what I'm saying, Phantoms and sit in the back of a Phantom with stars and stuff like that. Sometimes it's cool to play, you know what I'm saying, get the racetrack or build a Lego set with your son. Do some Legos or something, you know what I'm saying? Play Monopoly or something, you know what I'm saying? Bring back some of the nostalgic games. Go to like an antique store or something and go get like an electric football game. Show them how we used to play electric football. Yeah, y'all got mad and nigga, we had electric football and things of that nature. You feel what I'm saying? Bridge the gap, bridge the culture. You know what I'm saying? Show them where, I mean, why we have, I mean, why we look at them as like, yo, as spoiled brats. Just don't say, oh man, we ain't have all that. Y'all spoiled. Y'all just show them what it is. You know what I'm saying? Go take it back. Go get a Mario Kart system. I mean, go get a Mario game. You know what I'm saying? Go back to Mario 1. Sit down and have a family game. Play Duck Hunt. Just go back and do some vintage stuff. It's available for you now to do it. You know, play a board game for every now and then. Play some cards. You know what I'm saying? Play some goldfish or something, man. Shoot. You know what I'm saying? We gotta go from the top to the bottom on it, from the bottom to the top, man. You know what I'm saying? We got to go from the bottom to the top of this. We got to go down to the bottom to the kids and all that, make sure the kids are all right. Then we got to go to the top and make sure our elders get out of here properly. Make sure our elders leave it at a decent fashion to make sure we obtain it as much as we could possibly get and making sure it is cool and is advantageous to individuals looking to obtain things from our elders. You know what I'm saying? That we get the youth and our elders together to get our elders to get the youth some game. Then the youth could basically, take that and put that into modern times and evolve. That stuff you can't buy with money. You can't buy that with money. You can't buy now. I mean, certain things you just can't buy with money. You feel what I mean? You can't buy putting a individual or giving an individual a certain outlook on life. You can't buy that. You feel what I mean? You can't. I mean, those are things you can't buy. Those are things that has to be taught. It's not what you've been bought. It's what you've been taught. Because what you bought them is gonna come and go. Somebody else could buy them and all that. But what you teach them, they could always keep forever. What you teach somebody, they keep forever. But what you buy them is going to depreciate in value. You could buy them a bunch of cars. You could buy, but if you ain't taught them a damn thing, it don't make no sense. Yeah, you chase the bag. You taught them how to chase the bag, but did you teach them how to keep the bag? Did you teach them how to keep the money? No, you showed them that money was just so powerful. Money was just so needed. Money was just needed all the time. You just had to get this money. You had to get this money. Did you show them how, or did you teach them how to obtain the money? Because you're not gonna be here forever. So you chase the bag to make sure they got a bag, and then you pass off the baton. But what if they don't have the strength to hold the baton and they drop the baton? What was the whole purpose of you doing that running? What was the whole purpose of you doing that running? It didn't make no sense for you to do none of that running if that's what you was going to do. Teach them how to keep the baton. Teach them how to run with the baton and then pass it off. So while they running with the baton, they know that they got to teach the person that's waiting to get the baton how to catch the baton and keep the baton rolling. We just want to run with the baton and just be so happy that, I learned how to run and I passed it off. That's all you did was pass it off. All you did was pass it off. Did you teach the person how to put the hair? So they keep the race going. So when you finally come around, y'all can win the race. Nah, you was just selfish. You just wanted to be the one that was chasing the bag, and you wanted to be the one that was responsible for chasing the bag, but you didn't want to be responsible for figuring out how they can keep the bag going. That defeats the purpose. And then they focused on this bag, and then they're gonna give their whole life. They're gonna forget all. They're gonna miss out on all the treasures of life just because. They're gonna miss out on all the pleasures of life because they too busy chasing. They don't know what the hell they doing. They all out of whack. You ain't taught them nothing. You ain't teach them no emotional stability. You didn't teach them no emotional control. You didn't teach them no financial things. You just basically was like, yeah, I got the bag. I'm the one to do everything, and I'm the daddy, and I'm the mama, and this is my job. But that's all you did. And then you just left them out to the wolves. That's what we're gonna do here. No, teach them something. I'd rather be taught than bought. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully. I don't know about everybody else, but I'd rather you teach me something than give me some money. I'd rather you teach me how to get $1 million than you know what I'm saying, give me $1 million. Teach me how to get $1 million. That way, even if I do lose the $1 million, I know how to get the $1 million back. I've been taught how to get $1 million. So whatever, if I do fumble the ball, or if I do fumble the bag, I know how to get the bag back. But if you just give me $1 million and I lose it, then I'm really gonna be in turmoil. I'm really going to be in turmoil. Why I'm going to be in such turmoil? Because now I'm so used to a standard of living, and I can't live at that standard no more. So now I'm going to think less of myself because I can't live at a particular standard that I'm normally used to living at because I don't have any emotional stability. I feel like I'm a different person, or I'm not as worthy as I was. The same motherfucker, I'm the same individual with $1 million that I am without $1 million. That's the thing the individuals got to understand. I don't give a fudge how much money you give me. I'm still going to be the same ninja at the end of the day. My goals are still going to be the same. My morals are still going to be the same. My aspirations and the things I got going on, my love, each one, teach one model is still going to stay the same. That's not going to change. Only thing it's going to do is going to give me more venues and more ways to spread the love. That's it. That's it. It's gonna give me more ways and more avenues to do certain things and do positive things. That's the only thing you're gonna do. I mean, with me, with $1 million, you ain't gonna do nothing but just help me try to help other people get some type of peace. Period. That's just gonna give me more. I mean, that's just gonna help me expand my light. I'm gonna be able to take my light and just drop lights off everywhere. Just drop just speckle, just bombs of light. You ain't gonna give me that type of bread. I'm gonna take that type of bread, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna show and prove exactly what family structure is about. Especially with these particular streaming services and so forth and so on. I don't really need to know. Then I could just basically paint the narrative myself. I could basically show you the narrative. I could show you what's actually going on. If I got my own film, I mean, like I said, this summer we're gonna get to it. Show individuals what it's about. Show individuals how you go out here, because I mean, these streets is wicked. All these abandoned houses, all these vacant lots, all these condemned buildings, all this stuff going on, and y'all just walk around. Y'all just walking around this stuff. And then y'all want to complain about it and want to point at it and like, well, look at this, well, look at this. Well, why don't you standing there? I don't understand how you people just like standing in amongst trash. Like, that's weird to me. That sounds like you just gonna walk right over that trash, huh? That's how my shouts out to Mama Love. Like, you just gonna walk over that trash, huh? You see some trash, you just walk right over it, and then you're gonna point, like, it's dirty in here. When you walking over trash, of course it's gonna be dirty. Why you ain't picking up no trash? Pick up the trash. Pick up the trash. Respectfully, pick up the trash, my guy. Like, respectfully, like, we not doing that. We not doing that at all. Y'all bugging. Like I said, y'all want to sit here and look at all these abandoned buildings. Let's go down to these cities hall, figure out who own them. All these slumlords, all these houses, abandoned buildings, basically homeless people just breaking into and living in, and they just want to just take them and board them up. Help to figure out how the ways to can get that together. In words, that the individuals around can help build themselves. If they ain't got nowhere to live, they taking the time to break into it, teach them how to build something or help fix it up to where they can pay their way. Trade and barter system. You fix it up, you can stay there. They ain't doing nothing with the property anyway. They just want to hold on to it so that nobody else get a hold to it. They want individuals up out of here. So we got to start figuring out what we want for ourselves and start looking out for other people and say, oh, they not doing this, they not doing this, they not doing that, they not doing this. And you don't want to focus on the riches and the wealth that you got up right there. Oh, I'm broke. I ain't got it. I ain't got this. You got a whole lot. You got a phone in your hand. You got Google. You got access to a whole lot of stuff that you just too lazy to get to. You just don't want to do it. It's not the fact that it's not resources available. You just don't want to do it. For whatever reason, hey, to each his or her own. Like I said, I have no quarrels with that. If you want to sit around and sit amongst trash, that's amongst you. Hey, to each his or her own. Some people like garbage. Some people like living in that type of conditions. That's not my condition. That's not what I'm living for. And like I said, I can't be bought. Like, money don't define me, my guy. That's just not going to be the definitive answer with me. You know what I'm saying? He died because he was rich. Like, that's it. He lived, he was here, he died, and he was rich. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he gave a whole bunch of people some money, he was rich. Well, what do you do? That's it. I'm just rich. I died rich. Ooh. You know what I'm saying? I was unalive. I mean, I left this planet rich. Ooh, that is super cool. Yeah, I love my dad because he was rich. Nah. No. Y'all only don't. That just sound weird, right? I love my dad because he was rich. Like, man, I remember my dad because he was just bought me everything. I'm trying to figure out the last time somebody passed away and like somebody was just like excited because they died, and then like the best thing they did for them was because they was rich. Like, it was always, they said, like, everything some people, when people remembered about it, whatever people gonna remember about you, like, the money will be a part about it. But if you ever been to a funeral before, it's gonna be very rarely when people go up and they go up to the podium like, yo, do you have any words to say about such and such? You know what I'm saying? It's very rarely that people just go up there and be like, yeah, man, he was banking. He was loaded. He had a whole lot of money, man. He was cashing out. He could get to that money. If he did anything, he got to that money. Is that oh man, That was wild. Like, yo, cause you just imagine, though, like when you pass away, like, yo, he was super rich, he was millionaire, he was, yeah, that was what's up, man. He was draped up, jeweled out all the time. Like, that's what you want. That's what you want to leave with. That's what you want to leave with. That's what you want to leave with, to each his or her own. It's not my cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? When I go, I want to make sure individuals know, like, yo, man, when I remember Blaze, man, or if I think of Blaze, man, all I think about is positive energy, always creating elevation, man. When I think of Blaze, man, like I just think about how an individual went from, you know what I'm saying, this little knucklehead ninja on the block, you know what I'm saying, running around doing dumb stuff, you know what I'm saying, acting a fool, to actually really making something or thinking about himself and taking care of himself and taking care of his and everything he had going on. That, I mean, like, you know what I'm saying, he was all about teaching his kids. He was all about being happy. He was all about keeping smiles on people's faces. He was all about positive energy. He was all about peace. He was all about the maturation of individuals. He was all about the evolution of individuals. So when I think of him, I just want to basically continue that evolution forward. You know what I mean? That caring vibe, that neighborly vibe, that giving off a good aura to other individuals, that do unto others as you want done to yourself. You feel what I mean? The judge not particular mentality. To each his or her own mentality. Each individual has the right and the choices to do whatever it is they choose to do. That's a respect level that I give each individual as a human being. Now, whether or not I'm in coherence with whatever it is they do, that's something completely different. Now, if they do things that I'm not incohesive with and I'm not cool with, okay, even if I'm objective to it, therefore I alleviate myself from the situation. If I'm objective to anything that I'm not too cool with, I alleviate myself from the situation. If I'm not cool, if you like to, you know what I'm saying, if you like to go to the bar and drink shots all day and I'm not cool with going to the bar and drinking shots all day, I'm not going to indulge in that. I'm not going to say, oh, you want to do that. That's what you want to do. That's not none of my business. Because you know what? Because I'm doing what I want to do. You feel what I'm saying? I don't care whether or not, well, Blaze, you just sit in front of that camera and we want to talk about positivity in the morning and tell you little stories. I don't care. That's what I want to do. Am I harming anybody? No. Am I getting my piece in regards to the situation? Why, sure. Am I looking to help and do what I want to do in regards to my purpose in life? Yes, I am. Am I hurting or harming anybody? No. So do I care? No. If you with it, cool. If you not, fine. We can agree to disagree and do what we want to do. And you live your life according to the way you want to do it. And I'm going to live my life according to the way I want to do it. And that's just the way it go. And I just know and understand there's certain things in life that you just can't be bought. I'd rather teach somebody. You feel what I mean? Because out of everything that was going on in regards to my life, I remember the things that individuals taught me and getting me through certain situations to where as if I didn't know how to handle situations. And if I wasn't taught these particular things, I wouldn't have known how to do it. If I'd have grown up, you know what I'm saying, if I'd have grown up spoiled, you know what I'm saying, always knowing what a washing machine was, always knowing what a dryer was, always knowing what these particular things was. When I found myself in the gym and I didn't have no washer and dryer and I had to fend for myself, that's when it got sticky. When I had to fend for myself and I had to know how to wash my own clothes. I know how to make my own bed. I had to do all these things and I had to keep them up because if you're living like a slouch in certain places, they're going to get you up out of there. I don't know if y'all ever know and understand about that jail system, but if you in jail, when you nasty, you a dirty person, they going to get you up out of there. Your cell ain't clean. You don't know how to keep your greens clean. You don't know how to stay, you know what I'm saying, stay smelling like you got some sense. They going to get you up out of there. They gonna get you up out of there. Respectfully, you're not about to be no nasty individual in jail. So if you ain't had no home training back in the day, a lot of y'all individuals, y'all know, I mean, respectfully, y'all, a lot of individuals went to jail, they didn't know how, they ain't had no home training, they didn't know what to do. They was just living in filth. They was living in filth and they got up out of there. They had to learn the hard way. So shouts out to, you know what I'm saying, that was something my mom, I mean, she didn't buy, I mean, you can't buy nobody, I mean, I couldn't went out and bought no how to make your bed kit. Like, she couldn't send me a gang of money to make sure my bed was made. You feel what I'm saying? She couldn't send me no money to make sure I knew how to get my clothes clean in a garbage bag. You know what I'm saying? how to dry your clothes on, how to create yourself a clothes hanger. You know what I'm saying? How to dry your clothes and air your clothes out, man. Can't buy that, man. That stuff you just can't buy, man. There's certain things you can't buy, man. So, that's my story for the day. Remain Nameless, part 12, man. Shouts out to Joe and James. Shouts out to Joe, the informant James, that, you know what I'm saying, life ain't always about getting to the bag. Sometimes, a family life is cool. You know what I'm saying? Family life is dope. Family life is what's up. Teaching, you know what I'm saying? Positivity, energy, love, you know what I'm saying? Things of that nature. So, that's what life is about, man. So if y'all focus on the wrong things, man, y'all focus on. Now, don't get me wrong. I know and understand money is a thing that needs to be acquired in regards to life, but don't make that your end all be all. You feel what I'm saying? Don't go have that being such a focal point in your life that you pretty much just neglect everything else in regards to life. If your focus is just like always chasing on the bag, you're going. It's a very, very high chance that you will neglect a lot of other things in life. That's a lot more. You know what I'm saying? A lot more valuable. You see what I'm saying? You'll be able to attain and gain a lot more things that can be taught in reference to be bought in life just by, just taking some time out to, live life. You feel what I'm saying? Without those particular corals or not, in that particular bag and thinking that that's going to be the solvent to all the issues that you have. Money is not going to be the solvent to all your issues. You see what I'm saying? Talking, being able to sit down, being able to discuss things with people, being able to have an outlet when you feel a certain type of way, being able to go to people, being able to, have certain things readily available to you at all times with a, non-judgmental perspective on it, is a good thing. It's a good way to live life. It's a good, helpful thing in regards to culture and things of that nature. So, that's where I was going with it. That's what I was going with. Yo, Monday Madness is tonight. Yo, we definitely gonna be talking about Monday Madness tonight. The final two teams. Hell to Michigan. Shouts out to my aunt Deborah, rest in heaven always, auntie. Much love. The alumni is in the NCAA championship game. I know you are looking down, and I know you are very proud. I know you got your blue and gold on probably as we speak. I know it's probably gonna be a blue and gold week for you, auntie. Much love to my aunt Deborah Jackson. Much love. I love you always, auntie. Respectfully. So hell to Michigan. Shouts out to Arizona because y'all came through it.
Oh my God!
Y'all wet the bed. Where was Arizona? We gonna talk about it tonight, Monday Madness.
Oh my God!
Where was Arizona? Arizona, they dried up. Arizona dried up, y'all. But again, y'all, man, we're gonna get into that later on tonight. We're gonna get into that later on tonight with the Monday Madness, March Madness predictions, because we did the March Madness predictions prior to this, and I think I chose Illinois. I'm not too sure, but I knew I chose Michigan. I knew I had Michigan. I was going my hell to Michigan. Shouts out to them. And shouts out to the Remain Nameless story, part 12. I'm way richer than you, my guy. Money don't define me, respectfully. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, please do not let money define you. Do not let money be the end all be all. That is not the way to go about it. Focus on what you've been taught, not what you've been bought. Things that you've been taught are priceless, so therefore it can't be bought. So therefore, you're chasing the wrong things if you're trying to obtain the things that's priceless. If you're trying to obtain the priceless things, it's not going to come by chasing a bag. Money can't buy you things that's priceless. Get it? Like, you're trying to buy something that's priceless, and like, you don't have any money. Like, money there's no price. So it don't matter how much money you get, there's no price. So you can't buy it. Respectfully. So much love to everybody, man. Y'all know I like to stay consistent. Y'all know I got to get to these donuts. So I'm about to get to getting ready for my work. Because if I don't work, I don't eat. And if I don't eat, I gotta cheat. No, I'm just playing. But y'all know what it is. Remain nameless. Remain nameless. Stories Part 12. If y'all don't know, Commute with the Community is also available. Today is the first Monday of the month, if I am not mistaken. Today is the first Monday of the month, so please tap in with Donald Foreman if you would like to get financially fit. He does have a financial fitness class that goes on every first Monday of the month. That is Donald Foreman on Facebook. So if you are looking to obtain financial fitness, do holler at Donald Foreman. He will definitely be able to provide you with the information so you can start attending the classes in regards to obtaining financial fitness. So again, if you are looking to obtain yourself some financial fitness, learn more about generational wealth, budgeting, and things of that nature, Donald Foreman, aka L Biz, is definitely available every month. Basically, he's definitely available. I know he does it on the first Mondays of every month. From what I was under the impression of he was looking to expand those particular dates as well. I'm not too sure, but if you really need to get that information, Donald Foreman on Facebook is who you go to obtain the information in regards to the financial fitness classes. So yeah, I know I don't do no commercials on my morning motivation. I mean, my remain nameless stories, but we will be back out later on the day with the Monday Madness, March Madness. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about Michigan and UConn, the final two teams for the Final Four tournament of the NCAA bracket college basketball. And we're going to go over tapping with the women's too. So shouts out to them. It is what it is. Much love to everybody. I'm out of here. You already know my motto, positive energy always creates elevation. Elevate yourself in the morning so you can motivate yourself in the morning so you can elevate yourself in the evening. It's all about achievement. Respectfully, I'm out. Thought they was.
You've got mail.
I got you. Come on.